fast, fatal thought impact. Past painful thoughts, in fact, I blast tasteful thoughts and past. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kure's show here, and before we do begin, let's recap the last part. Izuku Kure. In the last part, he went into the sports festival. Many people underestimated him, not only because he was, from what they understand, heavily injured, but because they didn't really expect a lot. They heard the reports about Izuku battling up against two opponents who were of incredible strength. However, there was just one problem. The villains claimed the monsters Deku killed to be stronger than All Might. However, since that was just a villain probably giving a monologue, no one really wanted to believe it. They just assumed, oh yeah, it was just stronger than Eraserhead and he had difficulty. And this guy was stronger, or closer to All Might's strength, so he had a better time. Many people assumed it was just that. However, the underdog, which was Deku, he proved exactly that he was not the underdog. From the very start, he was going to have the first place medal. And a lot of people, they were just taken aback. Deku's raw speed, raw power, and raw skill. He had the edge in everything. And by the end of it, he was crowned the winner. And many people, all over Japan, were asking questions. Now, with that being said, they all did go to leave. And whenever Deku was sitting in his car, waiting on the girls to at least grab a few of their other things, he was just thinking. Deku, he's just looking out of the car window, as he does have a phone up to his ear. And on the other end, you do have Deku's family. All of them are in Kure village. And they are all in Ryan's office, or the former head clan's office, as he's on speakerphone. So Izuku, Ryan does say, when exactly did you get serious? Oh, yeah, about that. The robots in the race. I went at about, I think 50%. Half of my actual power. Only 50. Yeah. In fact, I thought about going stronger or harder than that, but, you know, doctor's orders and all. Ryan just looking down at the phone. It kind of is making him sweat bullets. And he also just kind of have his heart racing. A smile popping across his face. So, Izuku. And you can combine your skills with that. Our techniques? Yeah, I can. It's hard and it actually does push me past our limits. Really? Yeah. I think at one point my heart started to give out during UA. Or, well, you know, the USJ. Oh. Well then. I believe we truly know the extent of a Kure like you. Alright. Now, do you have other people? Inko, she does actually at least shout that Izuku, he should have told her about this raw power. And even Hasashi does at least try to pitch in. Him at least trying to explain to Inko it wasn't any of their business. As she at least turned to him, shouting that she would have liked to spar off against All Might herself, and maybe, if even possible, get an actual good fight out of the man. Really? You want to fight All Might? Yes! Besides, if I didn't meet you, it would most likely have been him anyways. Ouch. Well, I guess I should be honored. Well, sorry, it's just, he's, no, I understand. He's All Might. Besides, if you're gonna be a dick about things, at least do it right. Now, Hisashi, he does at least go to think. While the situation he's in is very strange, learning that his son has a quirk, yeah, he's not too sure really what to say. And Deku, he does just come clean. Him being honest, as he does go to look through the direction and see that the girls are getting closer to the car. As whenever Deku, he does at least go to hang up, he does hear Ryan. Ryan, he does try to at least inform Izuku that if anyone was watching that broadcast, then they might be in a little bit of trouble, and that he should keep an eye out. And Izuku, he does just at least go to think. Okay, he should be fine though. As after the girls do pile into the car, they do go to leave. And on the way to Deku's apartment, we actually have where the girls, they were talking about what to do. Oh, they should order out. Oh, they should go to this restaurant. They should go to this place. No, they should try this place because they heard it was good. And then there was actually Deku. Right now, yeah. He did at least suggest that they have a small party at his apartment. Since, well, you know, that'd be probably a better idea. They can make whatever they want, and they at least wouldn't have to be. So, what? What's the right word? Proper around people. And the girls, they are a bit confused. As Deku, he at least does go to pull something out of the back seat and go to bring it up, saying that his uncle dropped it off for him this morning, and that he kind of assumed he was already going to win. Your Uncle Ryan? Yeah, trust me, he had my sister deliver it. Don't you think that it's not poisonous? I've already tested it. Besides, it doesn't smell any different. Smell? Don't mind that. Deku is going to pull around the corner. As after the car does get parked, they all do get out of the vehicle. And Deku, after getting up to his apartment and unlocking it, everyone walking in, we do actually have where Deku, he does look around the building. Right now he's on a little bit of high alert. He was out all day. And right now, this place, yeah. There's a possibility that things could have been messed with. Deku, after at least taking a good glance around and look around, he does see that everything is in order. As after at least doing so, we do have where everybody, they all do sit down. And they all do at least start to plan. Oh, they're going to need to go to the store since they don't have these things. They don't have these vegetables. They don't have this. Oh yeah, they don't have this either, so they should probably go get that. And after at least a bit more planning, you do have where everyone, they do start talking. Oh, if they're going to have a party, they should at least try inviting some people from UA, right? Now, this is where things, they did get a little bit complicated. The girls, they did kind of look towards Deku. And Deku, yeah. While having some people over would be nice, he was kind of conflicted. He doesn't really know who to invite over. It's strange. I guess if he had to pick some people to invite over, Deku is going to say Ojiro and Mineta. And you do actually have where everyone, they do look at Deku, as they do ask if he's not going to invite Todoroki. Todoroki? I mean, he's Todoroki. Well, yeah, but what about him? I mean, you're basically just inviting all the other guys from UA. Well, I'm not inviting that one guy from Class 1B. That's true, I guess. But what about Todoroki, though? I mean, I can invite him, but I don't have his number. Besides, I mean, do any of you? No. We do actually have where we do have where Deku, he does at least try to call Mineta. And after at least Mineta picks up the phone, he does answer and ask, "What's up?" "Hmm? I'm having a party tonight, my place. If you can, do you think you can find Todoroki?" "Hmm? Oh, well, we could probably make it." "Hmm? We? Oh, yeah, would that be fine?" Uh, if you're gonna bring someone over with you, go ahead. I don't really care." "Oh, alright, do you want me to bring something over?" Deku at least going to explain. Just try to find Todoroki's number, and if he does want to, or if he can, bring some booze. Now, Todoroki, yeah. He gets a phone call. And after this getting a phone call from Jiro, she got a phone call from the female Denki. She asked if he was going to go to this party that Izuku's throwing. Hmm? Jiro, I'm going to have to pass on that. "Hmm? Why not?" "I mean, the guy beat you, but he's trying to celebrate with you." "Hmm? I get that, but I'm just going to have to pass. Besides, I'm sort of dealing with my own stuff over here." "Hmm? Really?" "Yeah, but hey, second place isn't that bad either, right?" "Hmm? No, it's still good." "Hmm? Really?" "Dude, you faced off against Izuku, and he was injured. Besides, I think he was holding back." "Hmm? You can't be serious. You really think he was?" Uh, maybe? I don't know. I've heard, what, Mina say a few weird things about the guy? Apparently, he was always crazy strong. Not surprised, but at the same time, I want to at least picture a point where he was weak. I don't know if you'll ever be able to. The two started going back and forth. As whenever Jiro is talking to Todoroki, you do have where Todoroki, he does at least start to sound a bit more muffled. And she does hear him go to say a few things that Todoroki, yeah. He was rather trying to not have her hear those words, especially because they were specifically towards Endeavor. Whenever Endeavor tried to at least talk to his son. Now, you do actually have where Jiro, she does actually hear a bit of wind. And Todoroki, he does at least talk about how he's getting away from his house for a minute. I mean, hey, if you want, I could pick you up, maybe head over there? Todoroki at least going to pause, as he kinda doesn't know what to say. Should he? Do you really think I should? I mean, if you want to. I mean, I could give you a ride. Jiro is going to lean forwards, as she herself is fumbling a key in her hand. She was kind of curious. The fact that, well, Denki's going, that was surprising. And this Mineta guy, along with Ojiro, from what she understands, he's inviting some people, and the girls, they might be inviting others. And we do actually have where, by the end of it, everybody, they're at Deku's apartment. And it does seem kind of strange. Since, oh, these people got busy, these people couldn't come, these people are over here not really celebrating. Since they're just trying to rest and recuperate before their internship starts. Especially because some of them, they're wondering. They don't know if they're going to have to be doing a specific test that would involve having to take stuff. And that's actually where Deku, he does at least know that that rumor is false. They try to spread it around so that you're not too busy the night before, partying. Now, it's something that Deku he does know about thanks to his connections in the Hero Society world. And while everyone is sitting down and drinking, while also eating, we do have where Deku, Ojiro, Mineta, and Todoroki, they're all sitting by the table. And the girls, they're all kind of busy. Right now, some of them, they're trying to prepare some of the food. Some of them, they're just trying to pour some drinks. And others, yeah, they're all just trying to at least talk to each other. As drinking, cooking, and talking, well, it is a good mix. By the end of it, they do kind of get a bit more caught up in it. Some of the food, while it's a bit more overcooked, no one really does pay attention to it. Since whenever Deku did go up to at least go try to help, you did have where Todoroki he wanted to help as well. He knows a lot about cooking from his sister, and he thought that this could be at least a good opportunity to ask Izuku a few questions. Since Izuku he already did at least have a drink or two in him, so he thought that after at least trying to loosen up himself, he could at least work an answer out of the guy. Now, whenever everyone is sitting down and all just eating, you do have where Deku, he's sitting on the ground. He's got his legs folded across on each other, and he's just holding a bowl. As he does, he's going to bring his hand out and going to grab a cup. Going to drink from it. As he does it, finally hear a voice break through the rest of the other conversations around him. As Mineta, he does break the silence. So Izuku, where did you train? Deku looking up. Oh, a lot of places. Really? Like where? Oh, well, I trained in my hometown. It's a busy place, not really one I don't think you've ever heard of. Deku casually saying the name that it's publicly known by, as Kure Village is just something that they refer to it as. And Mineta, he's kind of surprised. He's traveled around a bit, but he doesn't think he's ever heard of that place. Him asking if it's really still in Japan. Yeah, it is. Besides, I left that place years ago. Came to this city. Trained here for a while with my dad. Todoroki taking notice to that. His dad. Does he mean All Might? Did he come back months ago, maybe? Did he live here? No, All Might wasn't in the city at the time. Maybe All Might was still All Mighting somewhere. Todoroki at least trying to focus. He's getting his words mixed up. If he doesn't stop drinking, then he might actually end this night a bit less proper than the regular Todoroki. As we do have where Deku, he does continue talking, expressing that, oh yeah, whenever he was 14 after at least meeting Momo and them, Deku at least saying a few of the other girls' names, he talks about how he went back home. And after at least spending a bit of time there, he decided to travel a bit around the world. Really? So you went on your own world tour? Ojo at least going to ask. He's heard that Izuku, he's trained with a lot of famous people. And he's wondering if he trained with him going to say the name of a specialized place, that a lot of people, they do look all kind of confused. As Deku, he does at least inform the man that yes, he trained with those monks. And he also at least go to train with this master over here, this master over here, and this master over here. Deku basically listing off a small laundry list of locations, and even mentors he's had. And by the time he's done, he does actually at least go to bring up his hand. Him holding a drink, talking about how, but they're not here to talk about the past. They're all here to celebrate. And we do have where all of them, they do at least clank some glasses together and continue drinking. As Todoroki, he does go to stand up, asking Deku if he has a bathroom and where it's at. As whenever Deku just pointed the direction, Todoroki he does start to stumble a little bit before walking that way. And Jiro should at least go to notice that. She is kind of worried about the guy. From what he was saying on the way here, it did seem like his dad is an asshole. But dads are supposed to be that way. They still care, right? But then again, his dad is Endeavor. This being what's on her mind, she feels a bit worried about him. And we do actually have Todoroki, who, after this walking down the hall, he does look around the hallway. There are at least some pictures here, and some sketches, it being a few places that Deku he's visited, and some of the other sketches, they're ones that Izuku he seems to be in, or at least be a part of. And there's actually a photo that does stand out to him for a minute. It's one that is a bit older, but you can tell it's been taken care of. Whenever he does is go to flick on the bathroom light, he does look back into the hallway and turn. Him going to pull a picture frame off the wall before he's going to bring it into the light. As he does see a small family photo of Izuku with his grandfather. And you do actually at least have Inko and Asashi standing behind the old man, as they're both dressed in a certain outfit. Well, ceremonial garbs, if you do want to put it that way. And it does seem kind of strange to him for a minute. Izuku's been in this strange life since the day he was born, hasn't he? And this man here, that's gotta be his dad. Todoroki at least going to hang the photo back on the wall, as he does close the door. Him using the bathroom, and at least thinking while he's going, that it's kind of weird. He had this outlandish theory. Oh, All Might's Izuku's dad, that's why he's so crazy, weird, and powerful. Looking back on it now, he just feels kind of stupid. Then again, there's the Kure clan. There's certain information on them. And from what much of it does say, the some that he can find, they're rumored to be assassins. They're rumored to be mercenaries and killers. But there's Izuku. There's the way he is. Izuku's not merciless. And Izuku, he does have that rough edge around him. That aura around him, yeah. But from what he can tell, Izuku's only killed in self-defense. The Nomus. And he took a shot to protect life. If he was merciless, would he have protected Kendo and Mina? Todoroki is going to wash his hands after zipping up his fly and leaving the bathroom. Those thoughts still lingering in his mind. As we do come back to the table, where some plates have been at least put up. And they're either in the sink or in the dishwasher. And you do have Todoroki who, after at least sitting back down, he does ask what's going on. As whenever he does turn to look towards Izuku, he does see the look on his face. Izuku, he does have a small look of worry, but at the same time it does show he's relaxing. And Todoroki can tell that there's something on his mind. As we do have, or at least Ojiro, he does at least go to shout something. Before everyone, they do at least go to bring their hands up, and Todoroki, he's confused. Him looking around the table, as he does see that everyone, they have a finger pressed to their nose. And whenever everyone does look towards Todoroki, yeah. They tell him that he has to drink. Now, after Todoroki he does so, he does at least start to learn about this game. As after at least taking a few more drinks, he eventually is actually able to keep up. Since everyone, their reflexes, they do seem to be faster than his. However, after at least going to switch off to his other hand, or his dominant hand, he does at least expect it a bit faster. With that being said, we actually do have where, eventually, it is whenever Deku, he's the one up. And whenever he does go to bring his hand up, he does bring it up a certain way. As whenever he does so, everyone, they're at least staring at each other, trying to find out who messed up and who messed up. As we do actually have where Mineta's hand is the one that's messed up. Deku brought his hand up in a certain gesture. And whenever Mineta tried to bring his hand up, he accidentally poked himself in the eye. And Deku, he did start to somewhat laugh at that a little bit, however he did actually have Denki. She was sitting next to him. And whenever she did at least ask if he was alright, he did actually go to at least turn to her. As he does try to at least play it off like, yeah, he's fine. He just had to liquefy his eye for a minute. And you did actually have Izuku, who, he knows that there is something there. Mineta's tried asking him for a bit of advice, but at the same time, not much has really come from it. He knows that the guy is shy, but he can't really blame him. Hell, he's kind of got his own problems. With that being said, we do have where Deku does is going to bring up his hand. As he does look at Mineta and say that he has to listen to what he says. Yeah, I know. The rules of this fucking game. Anyways, what do you want? Deku at least going to say, if he has any cool travel stories or scars, then go ahead and bring them up, since he wants to know how the hell his quirk works. Oh, actually, I do have this one scar. Really? Where? Deku at least going to wait. As Mineta, he does at least go to bring up his hands and grab onto his shirt. As he does go to pull it through himself, and everyone they do kind of stare for a minute. The way Mineta did that was weird, especially because he only liquefied his torso. And whenever he does go to at least bring his body back to a solid state, everyone they do watch. As after a minute or two, a scar does appear on Mineta's side. And he does at least talk about how whenever he was trying to train, he kind of messed up. What's that from? Oh, this? Well, I mean, my quirk wasn't always so good. In fact, it was kind of weird at the time. I'm glad I did improve, but at the same time, if it probably wasn't for that experience, I don't think I'd be who I was today. Really? But how did you get the scar? Well, that's a complicated one, but I guess the best way to say is I was a hero. They were in the road. I was training at the park, and I was trying to find a place. I wanted to train in the forest, but I was told it was too dangerous. And, well, I saw someone in trouble. A villain, they threw someone in front of a car. I just ran. I didn't realize I could do that with my limbs at the time. This speed, this precision, I was able to get there. However, the car, it clipped me. Got me in my side and I went spinning into a pole. If I didn't liquefy at that moment, then I probably would have died. I have one looking at Mineta. And Deku, he can tell from the look on his face. He still thinks about that day. There's that look of fear. There's that look of just, I made it out. I got lucky. He knows that look. He's had it before. As Deku does, he's going to bring his hand up. Him talking about how that is a good story. And everyone, they do see Deku. Whenever Deku at least does go to tell Mineta, he should feel proud. Yeah, I do. Just sometimes I get the willies telling that story again. You know? Yeah, I know. I got some stories of my own that I'd rather not share. Some that they would frighten me. Everyone sort of just looking at Deku for a minute. That caught many of them off guard. Not much would faze this guy. So what are those stories about? That being what a few of them they do think. As we do have where Deku, he does at least go to bring his hand up. And everyone, they do continue the game. As after some time and a few phone calls, everyone, they do really start going their own separate ways. As whenever Ojiro, he did leave, he called one of the girls from Class 1A. Deku, he was confused, since, while he may not have been paying a lot of attention, he was surprised by the fact that a girl was invisible. And it's kind of weird. He didn't really expect that. Not tonight, at least. And that was crazy. And then there actually was Jiro and Todoroki. Deku he offered Todoroki that yeah, they can just crash here for the night. And if Jiro can't get a ride, then she's more than welcome to just, well, crash on the couch. Since it's pretty big. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I gave someone a call. Okay. So, just Todoroki then. Actually, I was gonna drop him off. Look at you being the nice one. I am very nice. Besides, it's only right. I did sort of pick him up down the street from his house, so I do know where he lives. And by the way, that guy, he needed this. Besides, I think I'll be okay by myself, and I'd rather not have him puke in there. Now, Jiroshi is gonna leave after some help with Deku getting Todoroki in the car. And we do have for Deku, he's just at least sitting down. He's trying to sober up a bit. And you do actually have for Kirishima, she is lying on the ground. Her to the, let's say, left of Izuku, as Izuku he's just leaning back against the couch. He did sort of pull the table backwards and away, but at the same time, it's at least a lot more comfortable this way. Deku actually looking towards Kirishima as does ask her if she is alright. Yeah, I'll be fine. Although, I don't understand why the room's still spinning. The room's not spinning. You're laying on the ground. Huh? Are you saying I'm drunk? Yes, I am. I'm not drunk. If I was drunk, could I be doing this? What are you doing? I'm trying to do cartwheels. Is it working? No. Oh, okay. Her still laying on the ground. As Deku, he does want to somewhat laugh. Him going to bring up his left hand and cover his mouth. As while he's doing that, you do actually have for someone, they do go to tap him on the shoulder. As Deku, he does, he's turn around to see Bakugo, who she was on the back side of the couch for a minute, but then she did just go to jump over. Her landing right next to Izuku and asking him if he is going to be watching something. Yeah, I got a few things. Besides, this one's supposed to be good. Oh, is this going over everything for the sports festival? No, I changed the channel earlier. So, they're still talking about it. Yeah, UA is a pretty big school. Besides, I think they're just trying to publicize it. Yeah, they're spreading that story almost everywhere. Basically everywhere. Deku does at least correct. And you do actually have where they do see Deku's strange look. Deku is still is trying to keep it. He's trying to just stay sober enough. He has to be able to keep his wits. He can't let them, well, dull. And as Deku is thinking that, you do have where Mina, she does actually jump over the couch. And the moment she did go to do so, Deku, he did go to turn towards her for a second. As she, at least did go to make something crack when she landed. And Deku, while he heard that, he didn't want to think about it, since that was supposed to be normal furniture. And now he feels like he's going to have to at least drop some money on a new couch. With that, Deku, he doesn't really pay attention to it, as he was trying to maintain his focus on staying sober. As Deku, he did try to refocus, there actually was where there was a knock on the door. And Deku, after at least turning after hearing that, he saw that somebody they already got up to go answer it. Deku immediately going to jump upwards onto his feet and jump and float over the couch. The moment Deku did do so, he was caught off guard by that. Him accidentally activating the quirk, before after going up a bit higher than he should have, he does go falling back down to the ground. And after Deku just talking about how he's going to answer it, everyone, they were just staring at him for a minute. As the person closest to the door, they do go to sit back down and Deku walks over. As he does open the door and look around. It takes him a minute before there is where somebody in front of him. They do at least go to hold something out, as they do talk about how they have a delivery. Deku reaching into the darkness and going to grab what this person handed them. As Deku does pull a sword, and then he is told that they also do at least have a special, shipment from home. Deku at least going to open the door more, as he is going to grab 2 boxes. Him finding there's some weight to them, before going to at least turn around and set them down. Somebody walking over and going to actually pick up one of the boxes, since they're going to say they're going to go put this on the counter. Thanks. So, what's up? The person going to bring their hand up and grab onto the cap. Them pushing it forwards, and they're going to wipe their forehead, talking about how it's been a long day, before they do go to turn and walk away. And Deku, after this going to see that, he does go to close the door, lock it, and then go to look down at the sword in his hands. As Deku, it takes him a second. This isn't a normal sword, and he knows what this message does mean. And Deku, while he is thinking about that, he does have a thought cross his mind. It's going to start, and this is not something that he can avoid. This sword is a call to arms from Ryan. Deku just thinking. Ryan, he didn't send this. He didn't tell him about this. He did not tell him, because he knew if Deku knew he was going to be pulled into the Kure style that deep again, he would refuse. However, you can't defy the head of the clan. If Deku defies an order like this, a Kure refusing their leader, he could be kicked. He could be excommunicated. And Ryan, he's at least trying to give Deku a bit of an offer. Deku, he does think about it for a minute, the way it seems to him. At first he was angry. However, there was the next thing. There was this idea he had. Could Ryan be trying to give Deku a normal life? Maybe? Get out of the Kure clan? Yes, he'd have cut funding, and he would be limited. But if he gets a job, he could pay for this apartment. When he becomes a pro, he could do anything. Those being the thoughts crossing through Deku's mind, as he does go to set the sword down carefully on the side of the door. Deku is going to make sure that the very tip of the blade will be the side touching the ground. As Deku went ready to go to turn, he did look towards the girls, asking them what's up and what's in the boxes. As one of them, they do at least go to bring up a note. And Deku, the moment he does see the name Carla, he blitzes over. Deku trying to ask them what they're looking at. As we do have where Deku, he does go through the contents of the boxes. And he does find the secret messages hidden within. And the files. As well as some other things that we will just do one simple thing. We cut to outside, where all 6 of them, they're standing around 2 burning boxes. And at least a few of them are either trying to make jokes or ask exactly questions about Carla and her particular interest, since they do appear to be vast. Anyways, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.